About 4 years ago, my next door neighbour, who's aged 83, became a victim of crime and fraud, and he lost all his life savings in excess of £30,000. He didn't knock on my door, but he knew what I did for a job as a police officer. I looked at his house and it was easily identified as being somebody who may be vulnerable or elderly who lived in the premises. So having thought about what I could do, I had lots of old police boots and I decided to put a pair of police boots outside the house. That helped mask it, it made it look like somebody may be working inside, and that's where Stomp, the name, came from. It was around the police officer's boots. From that, we looked at the house, and then I got some school children to come round from the local sixth form to help us, and we tidied up Fred's house and made it look a lot neater, a lot more lived in, and helped mask perhaps some of the vulnerabilities that lay behind that front door. From there, over the 4 years, this operation has steadily grown bigger and bigger to a multi-agency, multifaceted operation where we're looking at vulnerable people of whatever nature across the whole spectrum of our community to try and get in front of the criminals, and the whole ethos is we want to get to those people so they don't become a victim of crime. We've invited all our partners at agencies within East Herts to work with us today, including fire brigades, health, environmental health, trading standards, obviously police volunteers, fire volunteers, and the local councillors and district councillors are all here today, and we've gone out into the community knocking on doors, raising awareness around crime prevention, vulnerabilities, trying to identify people behind some of those front doors that may be not wanting to talk to us, to help them identify vulnerabilities, getting the right partner agencies and building a bespoke package around those vulnerable people to ensure that they're safe and they can continue to enjoy themselves in this community of East Herts.
So fire service involvement includes a safe and well visit, which involves fire crews going round and conducting a fire safety audit, but also doing a wellness part. So we're making sure that there's no risk of those people being socially isolated, no risk of those people being at risk of falls, eating healthily, etc. There's a big correlation between those that are vulnerable as a result of ill health and being more susceptible to the risk of a fire. And often, if you overlay those criteria on police stats, these also tend to be the most vulnerable to those for distraction, burglary, scams, and other types of criminal activity as well.
Between the police and fire service and ourselves, we're probably seeing a lot of the same people, but we weren't communicating. So the idea today was to have a presence and to build a rapport with our partners, but also to take advantage of those people that the police were going to visit in their own homes and put together a health and social care pack for the people that have been identified as frail and elderly, and also the people that our team are visiting in their own home. So the idea is that this is the beginning of a partnership that can grow, and that we can work together to look after the needs of those most vulnerable in our community.
We're here today to demonstrate first aid, how to save a life. Part of the initiative the Red Cross has got in Hertfordshire and Essex at the moment is to do free first aid to look after elderly people who are isolated, who may be not sure what to do in the advent of an emergency, and hopefully that will go a long way towards saving a lot of lives.
I think it's a nice idea, bringing the community together, looking after each other, and if there is somebody suffering, you can jump in and help, or alert the authorities, as the case may be.
Stomp will continue throughout the community 24 hours, 7 days a week with all our partners with the awareness we have. If people want some advice, want some help, contact your local neighbourhood team, your local PCSO, and we will come round to visit you, offer you advice, and we'll signpost the correct agencies to come and help you. So please call 101, ask for your local officer, and we'll come round to visit.